Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. It's the first video of 2020 and we are off to a super good start for the year. For my income this month, I made $5,625. For taxes, I paid $1,240. For the 401k, I ended up paying $461.54. I don't think I'm going to make any changes with my 401k for the foreseeable future. Maybe in a few months, I may bump that up. I'm gonna see, how buying houses goes, and if I'm not able to find any houses, I may bump this 401k up. But we'll see. Employee stock purchase plan, $230 I put in there this month, leaving me with $3,600 in take-home pay. The only thing, I had one paycheck this month that I got maybe $1,000 bonus. We get quarterly bonuses at my work, and so we didn't have a super good quarter, but $1,000 is kind of on the low end, I guess, for a quarterly bonus. Gross income for my wife, she does not get paid in December, so this is a 2 paycheck month for her. The first one was like January 2nd, she got paid, and then January 30th was her last one. So she made $10,291.56, paid $1,585 in taxes. She put $833 in her 403b, $666 in her 401k, $291 in insurance. Our insurance went way up for some reason this month. I'm not sure. Even if you divide it by two, it would be like 145. So I guess it's up $25 compared to last year, leaving her with $6,880 in take-home pay. So combined, we ended up making, let me drag my equations down here. Looks like almost $16,000 we made this month, and that was mainly just because of her income there. What else? That's really it. Oh yeah, rental income. I had $1,325 in rental income this month. The tenant that moved in December had to pay a little bit late. I think having to put the um, deposit down and then having to pay the first month's rent, I think that really wiped her out quite a bit. So she let me know that she was going to be a little bit late with her rent. So it's a $5 late fee for every day that they're late. And so her rent was, yeah, $1,325 instead of $1,200. Anything else? No, that's really it for January. So a decent month overall. I mean, 17,000 was our gross income. I am really looking forward to having some rent coming in over the next year. So that'll be nice. Nothing, no changes on analysis. I don't know why I clicked there. Jumping into January 2020 net worth. So house number 4, keeping it at 300,000. I think it's pretty conservative. I think it's around 310. We have some houses going up for sale around 330 right now. So we'll see if they sell. If not, then we're probably pretty close, but I have one of the largest layouts in the house and a double lot in the neighborhood. So I should be right up there with those. House number 5, I'm moving up to 145,000 now that she's in, and everything's looking good. I've replaced a lot of the stuff. Zillow's still saying like 165 to 170, somewhere in there. But house number 6, I did finally get house number 6 purchased. We closed, just like I said, $20,000 is what I paid for it. It was nice. I did not really have to pay too much in closing costs. It was just a for sale by owner, so we didn't have to use a realtor. I used a realtor just to help with the paperwork. I paid him like $1,000, so I think it was like $2,000 to close for everything. So really not too bad, all things considered. And I didn't have to get a loan from the bank. So house number 6, I am trying to be very conservative. So I'm going to go with 40,000. The lot or the land itself is probably worth 30 to 35,000. Which I could probably rip out all the wiring in the house and probably make the other $5,000. So I'm trying to stay somewhat conservative. I am in the process, I'm ripping down some of the paneling, taking out the insulation, just deconstructing. So I'm maybe like 10% done with the garage, maybe 20% done with the garage. It's only been a couple weeks, so I honestly have a ton more to do. And I did get the yard knocked down. It was freezing cold. The neighbors probably thought I was crazy mowing in December, but or I guess it was January technically, but we had some days where it was like 45, 48 degrees. So I got the yard knocked down and it's looking somewhat reasonable now. So yeah, so we closed on house number 6, so that'll keep me busy for at least the next year, I would say. And I'm not changing the truck, the 1946 Chevy truck or the Honda at all. HSA, this was a month where my wife got the $2,600 like company contribution to her HSA. So it went way up this month. So it's at $18,872. And then she put in 666 in herself. So like 3,000, almost all of that, I guess, is mainly contributions. So my 401k is up yet again, $64,238. It's unbelievable. It's went up $22,000 in 5 months. Just, it's insane. Employee stock purchase plan. This had some weird things happen to it as well. So I mentioned probably a year and a half ago, maybe, that my company had given us some free like stock, and it would take 4 years for it all to vest. And so the first in January is the month of the year that it vests, 25% each year until you get 100% after 4 years. And so I got my first like 25% vested amount. So it was maybe $4,000, which is not too bad. But I still like this is still in company stock. It's just I would have the ability to sell it now. And then next January, I'll get another, maybe $4,000 if our stock stays about the same price. If it goes up, it might be $8,000 or $12,000, or if it goes down, it might be $2,000. I'm just not able to sell the 75% of it yet until I work there another 3 years, or I get 25% a year, if that makes sense. My wife's 403b is at $45,591, and so that left our investments at $134,399, so up $11,000 compared to last month. For debts on house number 4, I since I refinanced in December, my first payment is not due until February, so I didn't have to make any house payment this month, which was kind of nice. But I did have to make house number 5's payment, so it's at 92,923, which is kind of comical. I've been thinking the house is probably worth, let's say, 150, and I owe 92,000 on it, so I have 58,000 in equity on house number 5, but I still am having to pay PMI, even though I just bought the house, I guess, 5 months ago. So I'm maybe 60% debt to equity ratio, but since I only borrowed 15% from the bank, I have to pay PMI, which is only like $40 a month. So it's not a big deal, but it's kind of funny how that works. I think after a year of owning it, I'll definitely refinance it. I don't know if I'll do a cash out refinance or just refinance to a lower interest rate, but for now, just waiting for that year mark until I can refinance house number 5. No debt on house number 6. I paid that $20,000 just cash, so that means my checkings account did take a hit this month. So it's at $130,043. So really not too bad. I'm down $12,000, but if you remember, we took home over $10,000 this month. So we really did a good job saving. We didn't have any house payments or anything, so we saved pretty much everything else. Yeah, so I'm just on the lookout again. I'm hoping I don't really want another house like house number 6 that's going to require a ton of work. I'm probably looking for one like house number 5 where it just needs a little sprucing up, and then I can move a tenant in there. So that's kind of what I'm looking for next, but I've got to make sure I can find that 15% rate of return. Yeah, before I make a purchase. So rental checkings account also went up this month. It's at $2,705. So I just threw the rent in there this month. But net worth as of January, this is by far the best month I think I've ever had. I went from 432 to 475,000. So $43,000 net worth increase in 1 month, which that took me like 2 years back in 2013 to 2015 to make what I just made in a month. Just craziness. Goal pace, I finally broke the 6-figure mark. I'm at $108,774 ahead of my goal pace of becoming a millionaire by the age of 30. So it's looking like probably somewhere in my 29s or maybe 28s to 29s, I'll probably become a millionaire, assuming I keep on my current pace. But who knows? Life can throw some curveballs at you. So I'm just let's focus on today, and I'll keep working on house number 5 or house number 6, sorry, and yeah, and just keep moving forward. So that's really it for January. So thank you all for watching the video. I ended the month with a net worth of $475,441, and I'm $108,000 ahead of my goal pace of becoming a millionaire by the age of 30. So thank you for watching. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe. Next month's videos are on the screen now. And as always, if you have any questions, comments, things that you'd like to see in future videos, just comment them down below. Thanks everybody, and we'll see you in the next video.